him in a certain way, and Cabal didn't like being influenced at such a base level. For Layla was the very epitome, the very physical embodiment of guilty eroticism. The spirit of the peep show, the sly glance up the library stepladder, the thumbed postcards, the denied impulse, the addictively tawdry, the illicitly thrilling. Fortunes had been built upon it in dilution. Concentrated in one form, lines drawn by 1,000 million fevered imaginations, and topped with a face that was all things to most men and a fair proportion of women, the effect was nothing short of devastating. Men came to her, and afterwards they found that they had been lessened, less dignity, less self-respect. The complex roadmap of the average intelligence was reduced to a one-way highway with no off-ramps and no U-turns in her presence. Everything became dangerously simple. Things were getting dangerously simple for Barrow right now. He looked raptly up at her. How had he ever thought that her skin was featureless, when wherever his eyes fell, detail bloomed, anatomical, perfect, titillating, and quite mesmerizing? The higher centres of Barrow's mind, his ego and superego, were aware that all was not well, and were hammering on the bridge door of his mind. Unfortunately, the beastly Mr. Id wasn't receiving visitors today, so Barrow just sat there and trembled and sweated and breathed shallowly. There, said Layla, taking control as always. She slowly knelt astride him and took his head in her hands. He had the faint sensation of her nails dimpling the skin at the back of his skull. How could she have nails? Her hands were coated in latex, weren't they? Barrow's superego was standing on his ego's shoulders and bellowing through the air vent to the bridge. "We're in big trouble unless you do something."